Samsung Galaxy Unpacked is almost here, and the wild part is this. The biggest surprise might not be a camera or a chip, it might be shaped. The short, wide Fold 8 could flip the whole foldable idea on its head. July 22nd in London is the tell. So, July 22nd is the date, London is the stage, and Samsung is clearly treating this one like a second headline event of the year, not an afterthought. The stream should be everywhere. The official site, the Samsung YouTube channel, and yeah, the social feeds too. If you're watching from India, the start time being quoted is 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Set the reminder now. The real draw is the foldables. 3 of them are the expectation again. Last year's pattern is basically the template, but the names and the mix look different this time. The big twist is that the cheaper fan edition clamshell people kept expecting sounds like it's not the star of the show. Instead, the chatter points to a brand new wide-folding book-style device. Here's my take. A wider book-style design is exactly what Samsung needed to do, because the tall and narrow cover screen has always been the weakest part of the experience. It's fine for quick replies. It's annoying for real work. If Samsung finally fixes that, it changes how you use the thing every single day. So what are we hearing? For the standard Z Fold 8, the claim floating around is a 5.5-inch QHD Plus outer panel with a 16:10 aspect ratio. That's the key detail. A squatter, wider front makes it feel less like a remote control and more like an actual phone when it's closed. Inside, the same leak set points to a 7.6-inch QHD Plus flexible AMOLED with a 4:3 aspect ratio. Both supposedly go up to 120 Hz. That part sounds very Samsung. Cameras are where the rumors get spicy. The standard unit is being equipped with just 2 rear cameras. 2. That is a vibe shift. Samsung usually uses camera count as a status signal. Dropping to a dual setup says the company wants this model to be about form factor first and everything else second. Then there's the Z Fold 8 Ultra. This one is being pitched as the familiar do-everything version, the successor line to last year's top book foldable. The numbers being repeated are a 6.5-inch cover screen and an 8-inch inner screen. Bigger outside, bigger inside. And the Ultra supposedly keeps the triple rear camera array. That would line up with Samsung's usual segmentation. One model experiments with shape, one model screams premium. Performance is basically locked in if the leak pipeline is right. Both are being linked to a custom Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy. The for Galaxy tag matters. Samsung tends to tune thermals, clocks, and image processing around that custom bin. If this chip is real, the question isn't power, it's heat. Foldables are thin, they're packed, they've got less room to dump heat. If Samsung nailed cooling, that's the quiet win nobody sees in a spec sheet. And yes, display tech is part of the hype too. Samsung recently talked up Flex Titanium. The implication is stronger, lighter, and better durability. Foldables live and die on 2 things, crease management and long-term wear. If Flex Titanium actually improves that, it's more meaningful than another 200 nits of brightness. Now, about that real-world sighting. This is the kind of leak that gets people yelling because it's not a CAD render. It's not a trust me bro spec list. It's an actual device in someone's hands. BTS member J-Hope posted a social story, and the phone in the clip matches the rumors way too cleanly. Short, wide, passport shape, 2 rear cameras, and a lavender-looking color that lines up with what's been whispered for weeks. He didn't name it. He didn't need to. The hinge shows up in another shot. That's the tell. The form factor is the whole story. If Samsung is really going short and wide, you're basically getting a premium device that doesn't feel like a tall, heavy slab when it's closed. That's been the biggest complaint about book foldables since forever.
Now zoom out. Why does this matter? Because regular flagship phones keep getting bigger. The small phone crowd has been forced into compromises for years, and foldables took the opposite path, unfolding into mini tablets while still being awkward when closed. The wide cover display is the first time in a while where it feels like the category is adapting to normal hands, not just chasing screen size. Okay, what about the watches? The event is expected to bring new Galaxy Watch models. Samsung's wearable launches usually come as a family, the standard watch and a higher-end variant, sometimes a rugged one. The exact naming is always the last detail to hard confirm, but the pattern is predictable. Better health sensors, tighter integration, and some new software flex to justify the upgrade. What do I want from these watches? Simple. Better battery consistency, not just up to claims. Cleaner GPS performance for runners, more accurate heart rate under sweat and movement, and less gimmick, more reliability. Samsung's hardware is already good. The win is making the tracking boringly trustworthy. Then there's the weird, exciting, everything else bucket. Smart glasses keep coming up in the pre-event noise. Samsung has been circling that space for a while, and the industry pressure is obvious. If the company shows even a teaser, it'll be about ecosystem hooks, notifications, cameras, maybe some on-device AI tricks. The real question is whether it's a product reveal or just a concept push. Also expect the usual software talk. One UI updates. New features tied to the foldable layout, multitasking improvements, smoother app continuity between the outer and inner screens. Samsung loves showing 3 apps on screen like it's magic, but the real magic is when the software doesn't feel finicky. Here's how I'm reading Samsung's strategy for July 22nd. The company wants one headline that feels new and one headline that feels safe. The new headline is the wide Z Fold 8. The safe headline is the Ultra model that keeps the full camera flex. If Samsung does both, it covers 2 audiences at once: people who want a more practical daily device and people who want the no compromises flex. And the live stream itself matters because Samsung's own demos reveal priorities. Watch what they show first. If they spend minutes on the cover screen, that's the confession that the old design wasn't good enough. If they spend minutes on durability, they're trying to quiet the fear. If they spend minutes on cameras, they know the 2-lens choice is controversial. My prediction: the wide model is going to be the one everyone talks about, even if the Ultra is technically better. Shape is emotional, specs are boring. If Samsung finally makes the closed experience feel normal, it's going to pull a lot of people off the fence. So yeah, July 22nd in London looks stacked. Samsung's next foldables are the headline, with a wide Fold 8 promising a more usable front screen and an Ultra model keeping the full premium vibe. New Galaxy Watch models should follow the usual upgrade path. The stream is easy to catch, and the leaks have made this countdown loud. Drop your pick in the comments right now. Do you want the short, wide Fold 8 with 2 cameras, or the Ultra with a bigger screen and the full camera stack? I'm reading every reply before the live stream. See you in the next one.